Hi everyone, I'm Kenzie Swanhart. Thank you so much for joining me for my first cooking video. I'm so excited to share with you a recipe that I posted on Instagram over the weekend. It's for my Paleo chocolate chip skillet cookie. It is divine and you're gonna love it. And so I'm gonna show you how to recreate it. So to get started, all you need is a stand mixer. You could also use a hand mixer, and we're going to add some coconut oil and some coconut sugar. Now, if you've ever made traditional cookies, the first step is to always cream together the sugars and the butter. And for paleo, you really can't have butter and sugar, so we're doing a play on that by creaming together our coconut oil and our coconut sugar. So you can see our coconut oil and the coconut sugar is going to come together and cream. You want to make sure that you're using solid coconut oil, not liquid coconut oil, because it won't turn out the same. So we're gonna let that keep going. It's starting to come together. You don't want it super crumbly. You really want it to cream together, so we'll give that another minute. Okay. And while that's going, we're going to crack an egg. We're going to use 2 eggs in this recipe. You want them to be room temperature. And I always crack them into a bowl first to make sure we don't have any shells going into our mixture. And so you can see this is starting to come together and creaming together, so we're going to add our egg. Awesome. And we're going to add some vanilla. There we go. Great, so all of our liquid ingredients are going to be in here now. We're just gonna let it all come together. We're going to add some baking soda and some salt. Nothing goes better than salt and chocolate in my opinion. Now we're just gonna turn this off and raise so that we can add our almond flour without missing the bowl. Great. There we go. So it's that simple. I'm going to close this back up and let the dough come together. I love using a stand mixer because it makes such quick work of dough. You don't have to stand there beating everything. You can see we've already pulled the dough together, which is amazing. So we're going to turn this off again. And I'm using Enjoy Life chocolate chunks, which are a great option, but you can also just use dark chocolate chips. Or if you wanted to substitute out the chocolate, you could do some walnuts or some almonds. Those would be great too. And we're just going to mix that together. Just fold it in. So we're all set. That was it. How easy is that? So to do a skillet cookie right, you need a skillet. So we have a skillet. This is probably like a 7 or 8 inch skillet. And we're just going to use some coconut oil and lightly coat the skillet. You could use just a regular solid coconut oil and use a paper towel and get it throughout. I like the spray option because it's just so much easier. And now what we're going to do is just add the dough into the skillet. We don't want to miss any of this yummy goodness, so I'm just making sure we get it all. So we're just going to take that off. And we're simply going to scoop it all right into our skillet. All those chocolate chips. Yum. Looks so good. It looks just like regular cookie dough, so you're not giving anything up with this recipe. Eating paleo can be delicious. Great. So now we're just going to kind of push it down. We want to make sure that we get into all the nooks and crannies. You can see some of our coconut oil has started to harden a little bit. That's fine. It's going to loosen back up when we put it in. And like I said, you just want to make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. I like to even it out so it's going to cook evenly. Look at those chocolate chips. Looks awesome. All right, so we've preheated our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this looks great, so I'm gonna pop it in the oven. We're gonna cook it for about 12 to 15 minutes. Check on it, make sure it's golden brown. If not, we'll leave it in a little longer. You just really want a nice crust on the outside. You want it to get lightly browned. So we're gonna stick this in the oven. So the cookie skillet cooked for about 18 minutes. You can check on it after about 15. You wanna make sure the edges are nice and golden brown. So you can see we've got nice structure there. So I'm so excited to dig in. It smells delicious. The whole house smells like chocolate chip cookies. And it is just a nice crispy, crunchy outside and an ooey gooey middle. It's really hot. Mmm. It's so good. It's delicious. This is a great dish to serve if you're having people over, if you're doing like a nice big dinner party, or you can cut it down and do half the amount just for you and someone else, or if you're like me, just for you. But I hope you guys try out the recipe and please comment below with what you thought, and I look forward to seeing you guys around here soon.